Alright. So, do you want me to start a Google Meet or you can share it? So, do this real quick. So right now we have the wicks, these two wicks right here in between. Right? So we already took out yesterday's high right here. We already took it out. And we yesterday's lows is intact. Let's go into that. So I think that's where we're gonna go. And plus, we're in a fair value gap right here. This is a fair value gap. And then the thing, right? Even though this little portion right here, right? Another little tip. If we see a volume imbalance in between a fair value gap, you gotta include the volume imbalance as the whole fair value gap. So that's why it's looking like this instead of like this. I'm including the whole volume imbalance. So we're in it right now, halfway point. Obviously, we could work our way down underneath the halfway point. And we're looking at this. If we can work under, price can work underneath this fair value gap. You got this, work underneath here, right? And then we got this low right here. So those are levels I'm gonna keep an eye on. So we got this low right here. This is the FOMC low, which I think we could probably go take. I mean, you see, we printed this huge fair value gap. Look at, I don't know, at 12. That's, yeah, I've never even seen that. At 12, price comes up into it, right? Halfway point. Also the wick. So it comes into the fair value gap halfway point and the wick halfway point. Bodies respected, consolidating, and finally until we made the fair gap at 12, and finally it took until what, like 8, the price to drop a little bit. And now we're in the other daily fair value gap. Now we're stuck at this halfway point right now. So, right now it's probably just gonna, accumulating, consolidating a little bit. And I think he said we're probably gonna go and hit here, in my opinion. Like I said, I'm just waiting. I need something clean. Yeah, I'd be okay if price comes up a little bit, maybe like, accumulate some like, I mean, there's really nothing to accumulate. Maybe like just go higher and like maybe hit like this fair value gap of this one, something like that. But that's really it. I really don't feel like price really going too much higher. I mean, there are some highs, but I don't know if I don't know if price want to hit that. I'll just mark it out for the sake of marking it out. You get that. These are like equal highs. This would be kind of like especially from all the way back up here and all the way back here. Like, this would be a lot of work to come back up. We're working on that now. Just, all right. And that's about first with the first fair value gap. There's really nothing to do. So if we take out all the liquidities I'm looking for, I think I'm gonna just be fine. I'm not gonna try to get in. Mm. Yeah, like I said, we're definitely gonna take this out. I don't know if we're, yeah, I don't know if we're gonna even get an entry. It's already like almost there to begin with. And like, even if this creates the first fair value gap, it's not the first one anyway, so we probably won't even get an entry. But I'm gonna still look at it if this, yeah, looks like this is gonna be a fair value gap. This is all hypothetical right here. And then we can see, it's not after nine. For me, I mean, I'm just quoting like this. It's the first one after 9:30, so the body can't include 9:30 on it. I mean, yeah, I know it can't. It's after 9:30, not including 9:30. After 9:30. I mean, it's not, no, because I will still look at it. Just because it's not after 9:30, I'll still look at it. I just won't use it to trade it. I mean, yeah. Is this actually this now? This is what this is really it's a small one. So all right, so if price creates another fair value gap, then that would be the first one after 9:30. Like I said, I don't know if we'll get one, bro. I really don't know if we'll get one before taking this out. There's this and then there's also this right here. But this the low the daily low is really like yeah. Regardless, I didn't even come back into this one. I said, I don't think we're gonna get an entry, honestly speaking. I think like we're gonna do is ram right into it. So even if we wanted to use this one, there was really no entry. That's it. It hit it like really right about now, or the next candle or so. If it doesn't get on this one. I don't know if you already got. My only hope is price creates a bearish I mean a bullish fair value gap and then it flips it. That's really the only hope for trying to get into this trade before it takes off this low. Is really it. Yeah, even like yeah, like even if you create like like there's really no room for price to create like a bearish a bullish like you can bearish fair value gap and still like have enough room to take a decent trade. Like the only hope would just be price creates a bullish one and then we flip it and then we enter on the flip of it. Where's we at? Yeah, it looks like we're gonna take the daily high, the daily low, and we took it. Yeah, there is. There is. Just this low right here. This looks like it's probably the first one. I want to see if we close underneath here, at least with this candle. At least if we could close underneath the low, it'll prove to me that it wants to go lower. At least it'll have to like convince me a little bit. Shit, I was gonna say I'll try this out. This no entry again, man. Like if we come back here, I'll try it out. This actually don't look too bad. This is a nice strong close right here. We still you're right. We still got these lows intact right here. Damn, no entry at all, bro. That's tough. Yeah, we're gonna take it out, bro. Yeah, we definitely gonna take it out. Yeah. Well, no entry here, even though I wouldn't have taken it even if it gave me entry. No entry here. I would have taken it, gave me one here. Now this is the wick. This is the daily wick. You want to see price could close underneath here, and then this is the low or slash the fair value gap on the daily chart. No, like right now, this is pure. Do not. This is pure chasing price. Like if you press sell, yeah, price will still come like all the way up here, which is like what a lot. I don't know how many. It's like what 30 or whatever. How many handles it is, and 40 handles will still be fine to go down. So just wait. There's no entry at all yet. Still difficult. Because if we take this low out, I think I might just call it a day. They already took out one, two. Like these are the two major lows. Like, the three major lows I'm looking at. This is the wick right here. Halfway point of the wick. Now we have this huge area right here, price action. Yeah, yeah. I really don't see how we could get an entry, bro. I can't even cap. I really don't see one. Which sucks, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like this was pretty, like pretty obvious we were gonna go lower, bro. Just sucks we couldn't get an entry. No, you're chasing price. I mean, like I said, yeah, you can enter, yeah, like I said, it can work out, bro. But I'm telling you, it's chasing for like, bro. Look how far, like, where's our stop gonna be, Josh? Say if we enter right now, where are you putting your stop? That's what I'm saying. Like, technically, your stop has to be up here, right? Because when you see continuous fair value gaps, view that as one fair value gap. Because on a different time frame, it is one fair value gap. Or you see these two, right? On a 15 minute, will probably be one. Do you understand what I'm saying? So when you see consecutive fair value gaps, view that as one whole entire fair value gap in your mind, right? So if this is like consecutive, right? Fair value gaps. Then, right, this would be the high. So this would be where your stop would be the safe because say if you enter here, right? Say price comes out, you enter here and your stop is here. You could still get taken out and price could still go lower because these are essentially one whole entire fair value gap. And you only have your stop at the halfway point of the fair value gap. So that's why it's really like that's why you really can't chase price. That's why this fair value would have been the best. Why? Because your stop would have been here. So at least like at the very least, you could have entered here, have your stop here, and be comfortable and safe. But we're just gonna get an entry, bro. It is what it is. Like I said, we didn't get no entry. But this one would have been a really good one right here. I would have like I said, I would have definitely entered this one if you got this one. Just no entry, bro. It sucks. And on top of that, right now we're gonna hit the daily fair value gap, and the daily fair value gap is extremely sensitive, bro. You see right here, I'm just familiar, right? Even though I have it as a liquidity and a fair value gap all at the same exact time. So, you see, this is going to be a very sensitive area. So I wouldn't just flat out sell into it. I could we could see come in prices bounce up a little bit. Like I wouldn't be shocked if that happens. So that's why I really don't want to I don't want to touch this right now because like I said, this could be extremely sensitive. Could you go for a buy because we're technically at a I mean, no, no, you can, but price has to show it to you though. Like, I would only go for a buy. I probably wouldn't even buy today. I don't even think I'm gonna trade after this. This was my setup. This is my like actually what I wanted to see. But it looks like we did it. But if you're gonna look for a buy, in my opinion, wait for this. We have to wait for the frictions to fair value gap to get flipped, which is actually pretty clean because this is essentially this fair value gap. You understand? So once we flip this fair value gap, essentially then you could kind of look for buys. You know what I mean? But for now, I wouldn't. Yeah, for now I wouldn't. I would wait for the first fair value gap to get flipped. If not, then I am not gonna trust the sell. Because like I said, we could come down here, maybe bounce up a little bit, and then still go lower. So I wouldn't. I wouldn't go for a buy unless we flip here. This little shit right here. You see, when we flip here, then look, there's literally no fair value gap stopping price until here, which means you could probably take a trade from what? From 51 all the way up, and that's like that's almost 50 handles, bro, until here. This is the only thing stopping. So if we flip it here to here would actually be a really, really good trade. But like I would only wait for that. I would not buy or do anything until then. And sell, I don't know. Sell is like a little tricky right now. It's a little tricky because we already kind of dropped since like it's not even like we just dropped. We've been dropping since I think 12. Yeah, since here, bro. Like we took out the high, literally right as soon as we took out the high, boom, you dropped. Consolidation is fair and consolidating. You see accumulate. This is what we call, Josh, time distortion, Josh. This is time distortion. Until when? The New York opening. Like you see, you see how small these little bodies are? Little body, little body, little body, little body, little body. And then boom, 9:30. What at 9:30, 9:31, bro? We get that boom, big body expansion. This is called time distortion, right? Time Price is just printing candles for the sake of printing candles to wait for the injection of volatility. That's what that is. So now we get it in the opening right here. So we get the some volatility in the opening, but there's no entry at all. It's really nothing. I mean, we're gonna hit this for this is the beginning of this fair value gap sequence right here. So maybe we could get a little reaction. But you see what I'm saying? How we got a reaction off the. You see, we barely grazed it, and now we got a reaction off the daily fair because it's a daily fair value gap. That's the reason we got a reaction, like a little bit of a reaction. Like I'm not calling a flip, but we still get a reaction just by even just like crazily taking it out. That's the reason why you don't want to sell just yet, because like I said, it's kind of you're chasing price. And we hit here, and then we get another pretty strong reaction. I think we could go because we barely took out the low. I wouldn't check if we try to take it out even more. The only thing maybe I can see maybe if we printed a fair value gap, like you see, we go right here and then another candle and then we go up into it. That wouldn't be terrible. That wouldn't be too bad. But I still don't, I still wouldn't really trust it. Like I said, this would have been the best one right here, bro. This one, bro, just didn't give a shit. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna even trade today after that. Like I said, I already took out all the levels I wanted to take out, so I probably won't even trade. See now is this fair value got these consecutive, right? Which is this right here, basically. So even a sell into here, like it's not a good sell because your stop would have to be up here. That's why it'd be a terrible sell. And your sell will literally look like this. You feel me? It's terrible, bro. Like your stop is bigger than your take profit. You feel me? So that's why this would be a terrible sell. Unless you put your stop down here, and like I said, price could easily just come take it out and then still go lower. So that's why you don't want to do that. So yeah, look, we're already coming up a little bit. Like I said, if you put your stop there, try to enter here, you're gonna probably get taken out. Yeah, I wouldn't enter right now. I honestly, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. Because right now, I'm not really. You said what? Then actually, it was a little interesting. If we close above it, there's really nothing stopping price to going until this fair value gap right up here. So if we close above it, that's actually pretty interesting. So we came back down, took a lot of sell side, hit the daily for fair value. I mean, hit a daily fair value gap, and we flipped the first one. That's actually not too bad, actually. Like honestly, I don't know if I want to try it just because of the sake of fact that my bias was to sell. But that's actually wouldn't be like that wouldn't be a terrible entry though. That would be like actually a pretty good entry. Yeah, I'm gonna just look at price a little bit. I'm just curious to see how what price wants to do. That's all I'm just looking at. Like I said, like this wouldn't be terrible. It's just depending the stop placement. Like because like honestly, like the stop would actually even have to like something like down here, but if you do not like put it like over there or something like that. And this is not even a one. Like it just depends like how the stop would have to be. Like I said, we would have to flip this though. That'd be the only thing. No flipping the no entry. And we could still, like I said, we could still come down here because like, we barely graced it. So if we created a fair value gap, right? A bullish one, like I said, and then we flip it, that could actually be an entry in itself. So there's like multiple things we could look at. Price will come hit here. I wouldn't be shocked hit here and maybe flip. You see now we created a fair value gap, a bullish one. Like I said, if we flip that, I could see price coming back down here. If we flip this, I could see price going up here as well. We because I'm gonna see. I'm gonna see. I don't know if I want to. And we didn't even flip it yet. We didn't flip it, nigga, bro. We didn't flip it. No, but I'm not looking at the arc. Okay, we flipped it actually. Yeah, I'm gonna enter these. I see there's a little gap. See, like just a little tad down. Maybe some type of retracement. I'm gonna be entering way too hard, man. I'm gonna just manual enter. Like, I mean manually. So this is we create a fair value gap. Hey, this looks good.
Order filled.
If I wanted to put 2 units, whatever. I think I'm gonna close it right there.
Order filled.
Yeah. This was just my target. That's all I wanted. I don't need anything more. I'm cool with that. Because especially I only have one unit, bro. I thought I put two. 'Cause, I would have just taken one out, then moved my stop off and let it run. But I don't want to, put my stop up, and then price comes against me, and then you know what I mean. And then like I didn't take any profit or whatsoever. So I'm good with that. I'm fine with that. But I could definitely see this. I mean, if we do continue, then now, Josh, you could look at these highs. It depending how much volatility price has. But we could, if we the price has some volume today, we could definitely probably come to these some equal highs up here. Yeah, you went to that trade too, right? I'm assuming you went to that. Yeah. Like up here too. So if I was you, I mean, if I was you, I would have like taken like most of it, maybe like leave like one little contract. That's what I would have done. Right, so you're still in there, you just completely closed it out. It's alright. It's a W, a little W. It's a pretty good trade. Like what, 30 minutes or so. I mean, I take it. Nah, but you see that's how you got to be patient sometimes, right? Because you see, we could have rushed it, right? But imagine if we would have rushed it, but we would have got violated off the bat. You feel me? You could have got violated. And you see, like the reason why this is why you have the wicks and shit like that. We have you see this like the daily fair value gap. You see, this is I mean shit. This is a fantastic a fantastic trade, bro. Like, oh my God. Because like we hit the daily fair value gap. We barely grazed it, but we hit it though. You feel me? Like you see that? You can see that we dipped into it and then you get a strong reaction. That was the main reason why you don't sell like that, bro, because of the strong reaction. I think price could still go higher because we dropped so much, right? So, A, we accumulated, right, a lot of sell orders, and then two, we dropped into a daily fair value gap. So that's a pretty strong level. So those are two things like I could see pushing price up a decent amount. Yeah, but nah, like I said, like we closed out, we're good. We made a little bit of money. It's good. It's good. You know, good price action. Good price action pretty well. So I only put one contract. Fuck. I meant to put two actually, but it is what it is. All right. So then, I mean, that's that. Next up, my stream.